Good morning, I'm Tusha Agarwal. You're watching News Flash. Today is the 25th of June and we have a lineup of crucial stories touching every corner of the globe, from the latest developments in politics to groundbreaking advancements in technology. North Korean authorities have intensified their crackdown on dissent by conducting an ideological struggle session targeting workers and artists in the country's movie industry. According to Daily NK, the regime justified these sessions as essential to combating non-socialist elements that have infiltrated domestic films. French far-right leader Jordan Bardella on Monday pledged vigilance against Russian threats and clarified his party's stance on Ukraine if it wins snap elections. Now, Bardella stated that while he supports continuing logistical support and defense equipment to Ukraine, he opposes sending French troops or long-range missiles to the country, considering those as very clear red lines. On Monday, the European Union imposed new sanctions on Russia due to its ongoing war in Ukraine. These sanctions target Moscow's shadow fleet of tankers transporting liquefied natural gas through Europe, as well as several companies. During a meeting in Luxembourg, where the sanctions were approved, EU foreign ministers also voiced concerns over an increase in hybrid attacks by Russia, which include election interference, cyber attacks, and acts of sabotage. An Israeli commission investigating alleged misconduct in government acquisitions of submarines and missile boats from Germany has issued a warning to Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Now, the panel informed Netanyahu on Monday that based on evidence collected so far, it might conclude that he abused his position as Prime Minister from 2009 to 2016 to approve the purchases without proper procedures. On Monday, the Kremlin explicitly blamed the United States for a Ukrainian attack on Crimea, stating that US-supplied ATACMS missiles were used in the strikes. Now, the attack resulted in the deaths of at least 4 people, including 2 children, and left 151 others injured. The Israeli military has reported the killing of a senior Hamas weapons expert, Mohammed Salah, during ongoing operations in Rafah. According to the Israel Defense Forces, Salah was targeted by the Israeli Air Force aircraft based on intelligence indicating his role in overseeing projects and development within Hamas's weapons manufacturing headquarters. Some passengers aboard Korean Airlines flight KE-189 have vowed never to fly again after their routine trip turned into a near disaster. Yes, the Taiwan-bound flight took off from Incheon International Airport in South Korea on Saturday. However, just 50 minutes into the journey, the plane developed technical faults and began plunging rapidly, leading to a terrifying experience for those on board. Poland's President Andrzej Duda is visiting China, marking a notable engagement between a NATO member and a country that supports Russia amid its invasion of Ukraine. Duda emphasized the importance of maintaining friendly relations with China, highlighting Poland's historically decent ties with the nation. NVIDIA has partnered with Qatari telecom giant Ooredoo to integrate its AI technology into data centers across 5 Middle Eastern countries, as announced by Ooredoo's CEO. Now, this initiative represents NVIDIA's first significant project in a region where the US has imposed restrictions on exporting advanced chips to prevent Chinese firms from acquiring cutting-edge AI technology indirectly. A recent unusual development in the US has seen a mayoral candidate in Wyoming pledging to let an AI make all crucial decisions if elected. Now, a similar phenomena is emerging in the UK as it approaches its general elections this year. Russian authorities have confirmed the end of a security operation in Dagestan province following attacks on a church and 2 synagogues. Now, at least 19 people lost their lives in these incidents. Security forces neutralized at least 6 terrorists involved in the attacks, bringing the situation under control. Researchers have achieved a breakthrough in HIV prevention with a new injectable antivirus drug that promises complete protection against the virus among young women. Developed by Gilead Sciences and tested in a major clinical trial in Africa, the drug requires just 1 injection every 2 years, marking a significant advance in the fight against HIV/AIDS. Marking the 39th anniversary of Air India Flight 182 bombing by 6 separatist terrorists, India has sent a pointed message to Canada saying that no government should overlook the threat emanating from its territory for political gains. It is time for a break now. We'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
शिक्षा देश का गौरव है और RKDF यूनिवर्सिटी शिक्षा का उद्यम है। RKDF में सवारे अपना भविष्य। PhD, MPhil करें अपने पसंदीदा विषय में।
For over 40 years, Granite Studio India has been one of India's leading dealers of premium quality granite, with its state-of-the-art facility in Andhra Pradesh. Our catalogue of premium granite, along with our customer service, is the envy of our industry.
Apple is reportedly in discussions with Meta to integrate the social media giant's generative artificial intelligence technology into its devices. For the past 6 months, there has been much speculation about how Apple will implement AI on the iPhone and Mac. The death toll from a fire at a lithium battery factory near Seoul, South Korea has climbed to 20, with earlier reports indicating 23 people were missing, including Chinese nationals. Now, rescue efforts are ongoing to determine the fate of those still unaccounted for. As part of efforts to improve the passport delivery ecosystem, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar on Monday said that his ministry was working with police forces in states and union territories to reduce the time taken for police verification of passports applicants. State-owned Mazago Dockyard Limited is said to be in advanced discussions with the Defence Ministry for a potential rupees 35,000 crore deal on acquiring additional Kalvari-class submarines for the Indian Navy. Now, the pact will help boost India's underwater strength. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal will have to remain in jail a bit longer even after Rao Avenue Court granted him bail last week. The Supreme Court on Monday said it will hear Aam Aadmi Party National Convener's plea against Delhi High Court stay order on his bail on Wednesday. Centre has released the rules for recently enacted anti-paper leak law, directing the National Recruitment Agency to establish norms, standards and guidelines for computer-based tests. This follows the swift implementation of the Public Examinations Prevention of Unfair Means Act 2024, marking the first national legislation aimed at preventing unfair practices in public recruitment exams. The Kerala Assembly on Monday unanimously adopted a resolution urging the centre to officially change the state's name to Keralam. The Assembly passed the resolution for the second time because the Union Home Ministry, which reviewed the first resolution, suggested some technical changes. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange is said to plead guilty this week to violating US espionage law in a deal that ended his imprisonment in Britain and allows him to return to Australia. The 52-year-old will plead guilty to a single count of conspiring to obtain and disclose classified US national defense documents, according to court filings in the US Direct Court for the Northern Mariana Islands. That's all for the headlines of the day. For more updates, download the app and keep watching Rhythm.